Hello, welcome to this video tutorial. My name is Johan van Pijnbroek and I'm working for the company iCare.
In this video tutorial I will show you a few options to use a CSI2140 machinery health analyzer with different kind of vibration sensors. On the market there are a lot of different vibration sensors. The CSI2140 machinery health analyzer can handle with most of them as long as they are correct configured. Two kinds are very common on the market: accelerometers and displacement probes. But even for those two probes there are many types. However, the most common use are showed in the upcoming slides. Before using a sensor, always check the data sheet and make sure to select and use the correct information. Accelerometers. On the left side you see a typical data sheet of an accelerometer and here a drawing of a sensor. So an accelerometer is measuring acceleration. The software or the firmware will allow you to integrate it to velocity or displacement. The sensitivity of the sensor can be different for every sensor. However, most sensors on the market have a sensitivity of 100 mV per engineering unit. And they need an external power supply, and in most cases the power supply is coming from the data collector. So in the configuration of the data collector, the two most important settings are that you have to make sure that the sensitivity is correct specified and that you power the sensor from the data collector. Then if you use the signals, you can connect the signals by two different methods. First of all, you can use the Excel inputs, and those two inputs here are the Excel inputs. Or you can use a splitter and then you can go to 4 channels, or you can attach the 4-channel input adapter. With the 4-channel input adapter, one side is dealing with acceleration signals, the other side is dealing with displacement or with fault signals. So if you're using accelerometers, make sure to connect to Excel A, B, C and D. The other kind of probe are displacement probes. Here is a picture of a typical displacement probe and it measures displacement. Now for the sensitivity it becomes a little bit more complicated. In the English systems there are two sensitivities commonly used, the 0.1 or the 0.2 volts per engineering units. And if you convert it into the metric world, it's a 003937 or the 007874. So before using this kind of probes, make sure that you know the sensitivity. Normally those probes are permanently installed and normally they have their own power supply. So in the configuration, what is important? You have to specify the sensitivity and normally you have to disable the power. On the analyzers there are two methods to use a signal or to connect a signal. You can use the volt input. If you're using a splitter you can measure 2 volt inputs or 2 displacement probes. If you're using the 4-channel input adapter you have 4 volt signals for 4 displacement probes here. Now let's take a look what it is on the CSI2140 machinery health analyzer. So what you're seeing now is a home screen of the CSI2140 machinery health analyzer. When we go to Advanced Analyze, F7, and we go to F1 Manual Analyze, and we go to Set Analyze Mode, and I specify a spectrum. F2 Set Spectra, I want to measure till 2000 Hz for example. And Average Mode, I want normal averaging with 4 averages. Now what I have to specify here is the input. So I go to F12 input setup. I first go to select input F1 and here I specify that I want to work with 4 sensors. And in sensor setup I can configure the probes. So in this case I'm working with accelerometers, so input A is an accelerometer, sensitivity is 0.1 volt per engineering unit and the power is on. So all those settings are correct. If you want to change them, you can change them here. Sensor B is the same, so that's correct, and I go now to the second page by Alt2, and sensor 3 and sensor 4 is correct. So now I'm ready to collect for vibration signals coming from an accelerometer. So I will start the machine now. And I can start data collections, and the 4 spectra are coming in. If I want to store the data, I can now store the data here in the store data in the job mode. If I want to do the same for displacement probes, I have to change the configuration in the analyze mode. So I go back to F1 setup and I go to input setup F12. I go to sensor setup F7 and here I change it to displacement. Sensitivity is correct, but the power have to be off. I do the same for channel B. Power off, and now I go with the Alt tab to page 2 for C and D. C has to be also displacement. Power off. D I convert it to displacement, power off, and now I'm ready to collect the data from 4 displacement probes. And here is the data from 4 displacement probes.
We are now at the end of this video tutorial. Thank you for watching this tutorial. For more information about iCare and our products, please visit our website or drop an email to one of the following emails. Thank you, have a nice day.